Hey everybody, I am going to be doing just a super quick intro before I get into the video. I hope you stick with me through the whole video. I will be sharing my thoughts on the Misti as I use it for the first time, and you will see my honest reaction to stamping with it for the first time. And I use clear stamps, also a foam stamp as well, and I kind of play around with the creative corners. I'm not exactly sure how to use them yet, but if you guys can give me some tips and tricks in the comments, I would truly appreciate it. Also, at the end of the video, I will kind of touch on, is it worth it? Is it going to replace my stamp platform? Or if this is going to go in a drawer and never be used again. I hope you stick with me through the whole video, and I hope you enjoy. I am going to be unboxing this Misti today and these creative corners. I recently purchased this Misti thinking it was the brand new version from Creativation 2020, and it's not, although it has a new look. It comes in black now, but this isn't the one with the metal hinges or the little slot to put your magnet in or anything like that. I have decided, instead of trying to return it with everything going on right now, I am just going to keep it. It most likely will get used. If not, I will give it away to a friend or one of you guys. But for now, I have decided to keep it, and I'm excited to try out these creative corners as well. And I did hear that these do not work in the Tim Holtz stamp platform, so I can only use them in here. And I have been using the Tim Holtz stamp platform ever since it came out, and I absolutely love it. But I saw the black design, and I thought I think it's time to try it out. So I am going to give you guys my first impressions, and hopefully, I don't know, I don't want to say hopefully they're good, because I mean it's an opinion. So I just hope that you guys can respect my opinion, whatever way it goes. And yeah, so I'm going to open it up, and let's see here. I'm going to put the box down here. Abby's in here, but she is kind of under my desk. All right. Oh, they're sticking to each other. Okay, so it's actually heavier than I had anticipated it being, if I'm being honest. Okay, so the rulers are actually stickers, and that's one of the new design features, is that the new, what is this called? The new Misti has etched rulers instead of the stickers. But this glass door is actually pretty heavy duty. It honestly is better than I had thought. My first impression. All right, let me move this out of the way. And all right, so it comes with a few little papers here, and then the stamp pad, which I'm guessing if you were to do rubber stamps, you take the stamp pad off and then put this, if you are not, or if you're using the clear stamps. That's my guess. All right, let me just take a look. All right, it's pretty nice. I actually really like it from my first impression. So, and it's not really bad opening it and closing it. All right, the magnet is, I can't even get it up. It's really heavy, and I like that it's longer rather than the circles. So, whoop, my goodness. All right, so there we go. All right, I'm just going to open up these creative corners just to take a look at them. All right, so I took all of these out, and let me see if I can figure out how they work. All right, I do watch a lot of, I think it, see, I don't know, is it supposed to go this way? I don't know, I'm gonna use it this way. So we got that I don't know which is for what, but let me see. So if I go like this, just in case a stamp is larger, right? I think that's the idea here. And then we can have those there. And then that there maybe, I'm guessing. All right. I am going to try it out. So I typically, stamp on just regular cardstock, or I do most of my stamping on watercolor paper because I do a lot of floral image coloring. Okay, so I actually had a different set of stamps set aside and I can't find them now. So I pulled a few different ones. So let's try them out. And again, this is my first time using the Misti. All right. So this stamp set is a bigger sentiment, and I wanted to see how it would stamp. So I'm just going to put that there. And close the Misti. All right, and I'm going to get some VersaFine ink. This is my favorite ink to stamp with. It does pretty well with impressions, so we'll see how it does. Nice and inked up. Okay, kind of what I expected was for it to not give a, super good impression because it is larger sentiment stamp. And there's a lot of area to cover. So we will just place this back and then ink it up again and stamp it again. But not too bad. Did pretty well. I like that there's a cushion under here as well. I don't really normally stamp with a cushion. I know some people have to have the cushion to stamp well. That is perfect. Almost. Little tiny bit there, but you can barely even see it. So that is good. Next is going to be stamping on watercolor paper, which that is normally what I do. So I'm going to just place this here. I'm going to take this off and grab all right. As you could tell, I'm a very messy crafter. So I am going to use this Altenew stamp, and what I'm going to do is use some Versamark ink and see how well of an impression it gives, because I typically have to stamp 2 times at least with the stamp platform. So I'm going to see if that is the case with this as well. Just going to ink this up. And I like to stamp twice with the Versamark ink. That way I know that I'm going to get a good impression, because the Versamark ink needs to be super sticky for the embossing powder. and the watercolor paper will absorb a lot of that. So just see, we might get a little bit of that red pinkish color. There we go. Not too bad. I think it did pretty good, but just for good measure, I'm going to go in again. And I've never had any issues with my stamp platform. That's not why I got a new one. I just figured because a lot of, you can't get the stamp platform in the US anymore. And because I do videos, I think it's important to try and use things that are available to people to get if they want. All right. So that's not bad. I'm going to try embossing it now. So let's get some, let's try this Simon Says stamp embossing powder. This is new, never used it. So we're trying new things here today. Kind of smells actually. Not like bad, but it just has a little smell to it. All right, I'm going to heat set this and I will be back shortly. All right, first, let's see if I can get that in here. I don't know if I can. I don't have the daylight, just my lights on the studio lights. But the embossing powder, this one from Simon Says Stamp, is amazing. I will say that I've only used it this one time, and I definitely will be getting more. It came in the card kit for April, and I've never used their embossing powder before, so it's amazing. Very fine, and it got all of that detail, which is really nice. I know you can't see it. I'm showing you something you can't even see, but anyways, all right. So next I am going to try a foam stamp, and this one is kind of like a background stamp. So we're going to try, I guess, two things in one. So I'm going to try the foam. I don't know if you're not supposed to use any of that or what you're supposed to do, but we're just going to take everything out. All right, so this is a Simon's, is it from Simon Says Stamp? Yes, I believe. Yes, it's a Simon Says Stamp foam stamp. It's a circle stamp. And we're going to see how it stamps. And let's get my VersaFine ink. Ink this up. This is one of my favorite stamps to use, and I'm curious to see if it gives a good impression. Make sure this is all the way. Okay, that is amazing, because I will say in my, let me clean this up real quick. In my stamp platform, I probably would have had to do it twice, depending on the area which I was trying to stamp. So my first impression is this is amazing. All right, so my thoughts on the Misti is it's amazing. It worked how I thought it would work. I know lots of people love the Misti. I had nothing against the Misti. I just preferred the stamp platform for quite a few years. And now that I have the Misti, I'm not sure if it will replace the stamp platform. We'll see how time goes by if I continue to pull for my stamp platform or not. But if you don't have a stamping platform, I probably would recommend, honestly, the Misti, only because it gives a little bit better impression. Not like life-changing difference or anything like that, but just a little extra impression that the stamp platform sometimes can be hit or miss on bigger stamps or background stamps. And as you could see, this one I did 2 stamps passes with this, and it turned out amazing. But if you have the stamp platform already and are thinking about getting the Misti, I probably would save your money and just continue to use the stamp platform. Like I said, it's not anything life-changing, that much of a difference or anything like that, to be spending I think this was $60, $70. It was expensive. Plus all the little corners and stuff, which honestly, I'm probably too lazy to use. So we'll see how it ends up going. But yeah, I'm excited to use this in future projects and see as time goes by if I continue to pull for it or grab for it, or if I just go back to what I am comfortable with, which is a stamp platform. But that is my first impressions of the Misti. I'm glad that I liked it because I didn't want all of you hardcore Misti fans coming at me. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you prefer the Misti or the stamp platform, or none, or all, or it doesn't matter, or if you are not a stamper at all. I would love to know. I love getting to know you guys a little bit better and interacting with you guys. Also, all of my social media links are listed down below as well, so be sure to check them out. I have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it, because you are here on YouTube. And if you are new to my channel, I hope you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time that I upload a video. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye!